Wineries and breweries and parks, oh my!
Don't forget the donuts!
Today we're going to take a tour of Escondido. It's going to start right now.
Okay, great. Can I be in the shade again or no?
So you're hogging the shade a little bit, but
what?
No big deal. I'm kind of hot too.
Can I put him out in the sun and I'll just be here in the shade?
All right, so we are at one of the most well-known spots here in Escondido, the San Diego Safari Park, also known as the Wild Animal Park. With people that lived here for a while, that's what it used to be called until the zoo took it over.
Right. So it is part of the San Diego Zoo. They're owned by the same wildlife protection agency, whatever
company, whatever,
yeah.
Who knows?
Has like a lot of the same stuff that you have at the zoo, but spread out in more of, as they call it, like a safari type layout.
Yeah.
You know, so it's nice, big, open, expansive enclosures for the animals. It doesn't even feel like they're in an enclosure, you know? Yeah. They have a great tram that you can ride around because the park itself is really, really large, so a lot of walking.
Yeah, they basically have one central safari area, and then they have a big tram that goes around the whole entire thing, so it's a very cool place to check out.
Kids love that tram.
And that's what kind of separates it from the zoo, San Diego Zoo. Just so everyone knows, these are on complete opposite ends of San Diego.
That's right.
San Diego Zoo is down by Balboa Park, very south of here, and then obviously Safari Park here is in Escondido.
As north as you can get in San Diego.
This is also unique too because you can also rent like a truck that goes on, you can sit on the back of it and you can feed the giraffes. Obviously, this is an extra fee. I really want to do that.
We're going to have to get
We're going to do a video just on the Safari Park in the future. They also do the Roar and Snore here, which you can actually stay the night at the Safari Park.
That's amazing.
For an extra fee, obviously.
Right. And hear all the animals roaring.
Yes,
throughout the night while you're trying to sleep.
And the animals will hear me roaring and snoring as well.
So let me tell you a little bit about the memberships here, because I think this is a wonderful, if you're going to be living here in the San Diego area, I think this is a great investment. Makes a lot of sense. They have different levels of membership. The children's membership, I believe, is only $67, $63, and that's for kids up to the age of 16.
Yes,
I think
like that.
So. You know, you can have that for your teenager as well.
This is for both parks too.
For both parks, so it includes
it's a 2-for-1 deal.
The zoo and the Wild Animal Park, and then they have a San Diego resident pass that's about $114. That one obviously gets you year-long admission to both parks, but I'll tell you what I got. I got the next one up, which is like the Wildlife Guardian Premium. Even though I'm a San Diego resident, I went for a little more expensive
because you're
pass.
fancy, you're fancy.
Because I'm just fancy, I'm just extra, I just want to be extra. It's about $149, is that correct?
Yep.
Am I getting that right?
Around there.
Around that. But that also gives you one complimentary guest pass and free parking at the Wild Animal Park, as well as discounts, 10% discount in all the shops and dining in both the zoo and the Wild Animal Park.
Yeah, because parking is actually free at the Balboa Park or outside the zoo there, but here it's about $15 starting price for parking here. So just keep that in mind when you're trying to decide what membership you want to get.
Do you want me to dance a little bit for my OnlyFans?
All right, so...
Sorry.
All right, so the next stop on our Escondido tour is kind of like the main artery here in Escondido called Grand Avenue. So this is kind of where all the shops and restaurants are. People always ask about us, like what's a good walkable neighborhood to be in.
Right.
And Escondido is a really good spot as long as you can be closer to the Grand Avenue.
Right.
Escondido is pretty big.
This is where a lot of restaurants, bars, shopping, like mom and pop shops still, like one-off, like family-owned shops are here, which I think is so cool. It definitely gives me like Los Angeles neighborhood vibes. And you were telling me that they've done a lot to sort of revamp this whole area.
Yeah, they're kind of in process of doing it right now, so they're doing it in a couple phases. So they've raised half the amount of money to redo it, so they're in phase 1 right now, which they're planning on widening the sidewalks here, so you'll have more room for outdoor seating, which actually during the pandemic a lot of them already did it, so that's why they're going to try to make it permanent here. They're redoing the sidewalks. They're trying to put new light posts up here, stringer lights, just make it more inviting.
Yeah.
And which should really help the businesses here and probably get even more businesses come to the area.
Right, and they have a lot of stuff. They do a lot of events. They do the, what's the driving, the one with
Cruising
the cars?
Grand.
The Cruising Grand, where they have all the different cars from different decades, the 50s, 60s, 70s, like classic collector type cars. They do the slow roll, trying to
down
say that,
Grand
down
Avenue,
the
Cruising
main,
Grand.
which is cool, really cool. They also do a farmer's market on Tuesdays at 2:30 here. On Juniper and Grand, which is great. People in Southern California love a good farmer's market.
Love farmer's markets here.
Bonkers for farmer's markets.
And then at the end of the street down all the way to the end of Grand was used to be the Palomar Hospital. They actually tore that down and moved it just west of here. And now it's going to be like a mixed-use shopping center here. So I think, a few years from now, the Grand Avenue could be a really good spot to be.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for investment properties or just like to be in the more affordable areas over here,
this is a good option.
This is a really good spot.
Yes, definitely.
So what other things are in Escondido that you like?
I mean, price point of houses, definitely.
That's probably one of the most attractive things about Escondido.
I think so too.
It's probably the most affordable neighborhood in North County, San Diego. Would you agree?
Definitely. I like that their little downtown area is pretty walkable, but they have some cool stuff. They have the Escondido Center for the Performing Arts. Is that what it's called?
Yep,
the Performing Arts, which is pretty cool, and they get some interesting like productions there.
And then they also have a really good children's museum here. And
I love the children's museum.
We only have two children's museums that I know of, one downtown and one up here in Escondido.
Yes, right. What does Escondido have against U-turns?
And Escondido really does not like U-turns.
They don't like my U-turns. Watch me. Sorry. We got it. No,
and if you're looking for new construction, there are a few new construction neighborhoods here in Escondido as well. There's Harmony Grove, which is actually pretty built out already, but most of them were built in like the last 5 years or so. And then there's Canopy Grove over the northwest part of Escondido as well. So those are still building. I'm not sure how many homes they have left. We did actually a video on Canopy Grove not too long ago too. So if you're interested in that, check out that video.
We just got out of the tasting room here at Orfila Winery in...
I don't think we're going to leave.
No, I'm staying here. You can do the rest of the Escondido tour and I'll just be here. You guys can pick me up on your way back. So they have 70 acres here. 40 of those acres are actually actively being used as vineyards. They have all different varietals here. So they've got red wine, white wine. We got a bottle of some limited edition Melange Blanc, which is lovely. This is a beautiful place to come. They have snackies in the tasting room. They have food trucks that come on the weekends. They have a chef that comes.
A Peruvian chef that comes on the weekends as well.
Yeah, exactly. They have a couple bugs because you're out in nature. Yeah. This side that we're on is 21 and up, so there's no kids allowed out here. But right on the other side, they have a rose garden. You can take your kids.
You can have picnics out there. Bring your own food.
It's just a beautiful place to come. It really does feel like you're in Italy somewhere. This view is to die for.
This is like 20 minutes away from our house, and I feel like we're in a completely different spot, which is super cool.
Yep.
In Escondido in general, there's over 20 wineries in Escondido, which has the most wineries in all San Diego County.
Wow.
And we do have Temecula to the north that probably has more wineries in here, but if you're a big wine drinker, Escondido's a great place to check out. They also do like a lot of events here. You can have a wedding here. Right behind us, they have a huge tent they probably do weddings at. But just so you know, if you come here in the middle of the summer, it can be a little bit on the hot side.
A little toasty.
Maybe it's better to come here in the evening in the summertime.
Oof, love that. Watch the sunset. Cheers.
Cheers. Ding.
Did you say ding?
Did I say ding? Ding, ding, ding. All right, right now we are at Carson Park in Escondido. This is actually the largest regional park in North County, San Diego.
This is incredible.
It's 285 acres. 100 of that is protected land here, which I mean, I knew it was a big park, but that is a gigantic park.
I had no idea because you hop right off the 15 freeway. I feel like you can even see parts of it from the freeway, and I think, oh, it's just a little park. And then you actually get in here and you're blown away by how big this park actually is.
Yeah, it's got lakes, it's got tennis courts, it's got the Girl Scout troops here, it's got Arboretum.
Wow.
Did I say that correctly?
Yeah.
Every athletic event you could possibly have, they could have it here at Kit Carson Park.
How did you know that?
It says it on this huge sign right next to us. And as far as the location goes here,
Yeah.
so where Escondido is located, so kind of the very east end of North County, San Diego.
Yes. This park is right across from the high school, the San Pasqual High School.
And just to the south of here is the North County Mall. So if
Yes,
you're big mall goers, I know
Westfield,
malls aren't big these
North
days,
County,
but
that's right. That's a great mall.
it's got
beautiful.
a Target, it's got good restaurants, shopping.
Yes.
Good place to check out.
And it's an indoor mall. So rainy days, that was my savior. I used to bring the kids here, let them run amok in the mall. Totally indoor.
Better here than our house.
Yeah.
Ooh, that sugar sweet, you got what I need. Sipping on the potion, all that good emotion. Just my kind of heat, keep it on repeat. Testify the motion, loving this devotion.
So per usual on our community tours, we get pretty hungry, build up an appetite.
Sure.
And luckily, there's a delicious donuts shop here right in Escondido at Peterson's Donuts.
This was, I think, like my top ranked donut spot.
We
in San Diego.
did do a donut tour, which was about 30 minutes
my
long.
number
I
one.
apologize for that, how long that video was.
Don't apologize.
But we're going to make another appearance here at Peterson's Donuts and see if it's as good as it was the first time.
I know you don't like it when I talk about it, but it's
Moist.
It's moist and it's wet inside, which is what I like about it.
It was pretty good.
It's like funnel cake almost. You know?
It's almost exactly like funnel cake.
I think that's why I like it.
Look at the size of that donut.
Put your hand next to it
For scale,
for scale. It's too
But Bern has a tiny little hand.
I do have
so
tiny little hands. So.
It's like a doll hand, essentially.
All right, so we are on our very last stop on our tour of Escondido, and this is my very, very favorite place in Escondido. I said Escondido a lot.
It's okay.
Okay.
It's where we are.
So where are we?
Escondido. At Stone Brewing.
At Stone-
Brewing.
Stone Brewery, Bistro, and Garden. So
Yes.
even if you are not a big beer drinker, Stone Brewery here, or wine drinker, this is a beautiful place to just grab lunch, grab dinner, have drinks with your friends, because it's got one of the most magical... What am I gonna talk
It
about?
is. It's totally magical. I mean, it's beautiful in here. It feels like you're in a botanical garden. Kid-friendly, family-friendly. So yes, it's a brewery, but it's also a good place.
It's really just an experience, really.
It
It's not,
is.
you know,
I mean,
the
it's
food is
lovely.
good.
It's like a little oasis.
It is oasis.
Right
That's
off
the word I was looking
right
for.
Off the main
Oasis.
road here. It's just a great place to come walk around. They have all these little pockets of seating area, which I love how they did that. It's really thoughtfully planned out. You know, you have little nooks and crannies where you can sit down and share a drink with somebody, or just sit down and chat. And
Yeah,
it's really
They have
beautiful.
ponds. They have stringer lights coming here at night. It's beautiful. They got it's all lit up here. Kids can run around a little bit to an extent, you know, while you're enjoying a
Well-behaved
beverage.
children.
Your very well-behaved children can run
Otherwise,
around
they
a little
get
bit.
thrown in the vats.
They do very
With
quickly
the,
with the hops.
with the hops,
That's
yeah.
what gives us all this flavor. So. So that was our tour of Escondido. This was a good one. What was your favorite part of our tour?
I'm not even going to say the donuts. I'm going to say, because I love the donuts all the time.
We
but
always know. We just got to skip ahead of that one.
I mean, Kit Carson Park was really impressive to me. I guess I didn't realize just how big it was and how many cool activities you could do there. So
Yeah, for sure.
I liked that.
My two favorite, Orfila Winery, great views, great
beautiful.
wine, and obviously Stone Brewery. I've been talking about doing this one for a very, very, very long time. So
Thank goodness we made it here for you.
thank you guys for coming along for a ride. If you guys ever are planning on moving to San Diego, we'd love to help you find your next home or sell. Please subscribe to our channel. We need subscribers. So if you have not subscribed yet, we'd really appreciate it.
Do it now.
Catch us on the next one. Thanks, guys.
Bye.